Good morning. I think it's morning still. Yeah, got like 30 minutes till I have to actually official afternoon, but good morning, guys. It is a Thursday? Yes, Thursday. It is Thursday, so hi. I feel like, no, it hasn't been that long actually. I filmed Sunday, so ironically, but I wanted to film that because I had nothing really better to do and I had no access to anything else, so I was like, you know what, let's just film, shall we? But we're gonna retract beforehand and vlog, talk about what I did previously. We're gonna skip Sunday though. Okay, so I vlogged last, which was April 15th, so we're gonna go from there. Wednesday, April 16th, I went to Mount Hope, had lunch with my friend. We did one house, but okay, so retract, going back to Mount Hope, I did something different this time. I helped unload the vehicle or the van, and they bring in stuff from donations, food donations inside, so I put them away in the fridge. They brought in produce. I sorted that out, got rid of any bad stuff, and sorted with fruits, vegetables with vegetables, blah blah blah. Helped with that. I put stuff up, helped up front, clean anywhere I could, just vacuuming, cleaning off tables and that sort of thing, like I did the last time. What else did I do? I sorted out, made like hygiene bags where you just take one of each of like toiletry, different type of toiletries, and put it in a bag. I did also another bagged up some other stuff like perishables and stuff like that. So I did a bunch of those and I helped out with that. I helped out give out the food while the people are coming in. I even snuck in my tracks inside some of them. I actually ran out. I think I only gave out like 15 or 20. I ran out. So if I ever do that again, I need to make sure I have plenty. I'm gonna grab like a bunch of them next time I go to church. I'm just like grab a bunch and make sure I have them at all times with me, because I'm just giving them out like crazy. So that was actually fun, and I came across some very nice people. A lot of them were very generous and thankful, and I am so happy that they were. Yeah, it just felt good to give out to those who really needed it, and just gave them a smile, you know, and didn't pressure anything. I was just kind of giving them out, and I got a couple compliments. One guy complimented on my voice. Apparently he asked me, I was like, can you sing? And I'm like, yeah, I kind of can, but I just don't like to do it in front of people. He's like, we need to change that. So I just kept it as a compliment, even though he had, I don't know how he can judge by my just saying hello, how are you, that sort of thing. But I was like, oh, that was so sweet of him. And then I kept smiling to people, and another guy, he's like, you got such a pretty nice smile. And I was like, oh, thank you. So, you know, those type of things are nice. Even though I'm just being nice to them, it does help when someone compliments me too. So it brings me up a little bit. So yeah, oh, we went out to eat with my friend, or friends I should say, and we went to King's Pizza. I got 2 slices. They were like decently sized pieces, like, you know, this big or bigger, and a drink, and it was pretty decent. It was like under $10, so it wasn't like that bad, considering how big the pieces were. I got a, what was it, bacon ranch chicken, I don't know, something like that, bacon ranch chicken pizza. So instead of like having the red sauce. They had like ranch sauce basically. It was pretty good. Still doesn't beat pepperoni, my pepperoni, pineapple, and pickle flavor. Of course, most places don't put pickles on their pizzas. That's whenever I'm home, I can put my own pepperoni or pickles on mine. I also like green olives as well, but the 3 Ps I like. That's my go-to pizza topping. So, what? Just out of curiosity, if you guys are wanting to or willing to, comment down below what type of toppings you guys like on your pizzas, because I'm just kind of curious. I like people having, it'd be nice to have some more comments down below about things. So if you're wanting to, please comment down below what your toppings of pizza on. Those are mine. And then we went to work. I did the one house. We did some extra work as well, which was nice because we didn't have any other houses, and we've been having either cancellations or just not able to get the extra work in. So we did a little bit extra work, and it wasn't too bad. And then Mom decided, like, oh, she was hungry and she didn't eat much, so we went to Missions Barbecue, and we got Missions Barbecue as well. I love Missions Barbecue. That is such a good place. So I got to eat out twice that day. Sometimes that happens. But it was really nice. I really like getting some good food, and so, yeah. And then in the mail came the cat scratchers, which that cat has not, we've had cat scratchers before. Do you think Momo knows how to use them? No. She's as dumb as a stump. I know that sounds kind of mean, but like, this cat has no idea. She's totally ignorant to the idea. She'd rather use our furniture or the mats that we have in the house. And yes, she has ruined them quite a bit. And that's one of the reasons why we have blankets on top of our chairs, because that cat, I tell you what. And no, we can't declaw her, because here in Maryland it is illegal to declaw a cat. So, and we're stuck with this cat because no one else wants her. So, yeah. And I've tried to trick this cat to, get her to want to scratch. I even show her. She just loves on them. I put treats in them, like stick them in there. She gets them out and licks at them, but that's it. She does not scratch them. I'm just like, what is with this cat? I'm like, we're going to have to get some catnip to see. Hopefully this will work. But I doubt it, because this happened the last time and she never used them and we had to give them away. It's going to be a big waste of money. I'm telling you, this cat is just, I don't know, she's unbelievable. Anyway, that was that day. That was a very long day, but it was also not too bad. Thursday, April 17th, my one sister and her husband's anniversary. That was that day, so happy anniversary to them. They've been together for a long time. It was like my senior year when they got married, so I was not quite 18 yet. I was 17 because my birthday's the following month, so. But it was quite a long time ago. They've been married for a long time, and so I'm happy that they're doing well together. So did chores, took a nap. I don't know anything else. I don't know if I was having a rough day that day or not. Doesn't say. Oh, okay. The next day I think was more, oh yeah, this Friday, April 18th, we worked at 5 houses. I was really stressed out so bad. Like, I was not having it. I was so tired, fatigue, neck pain. I think I was having low-key headaches, and it was really hot, well, decently warm that day. And some of the houses don't always have their air conditioning on, or don't have it on yet. And so I was feeling really rough, and to the point where I was not talking to people. Like, I wasn't talking at all. And so some people thought I was angry with them. I was not. I was just not feeling the greatest. Like, mentally I was shutting everything and everyone out. I was doing what I was supposed to do. I had to talk when I wanted to, but I was just shutting people out. So it was horrible. I was not feeling the greatest at all. And yeah, I'm just struggling, guys. I've been struggling with a lot of things, and that's just one of them. Those days, that day was rough. That really was. Also, I was one of my nails popped off, and so now I started working on them, and I popped, like, I think that day I popped like 3 or 4 off, and then the following day, Saturday, I got the rest of them off. So I'm just gonna, it kind of looks like they've been worn down, so I'm just gonna let them heal before I go get them done again. But right now I'm just gonna let them go as is. Saturday, April 19th, still wasn't feeling, I was still emotional, still not feeling, I was still feeling rough and tired. Not feeling the greatest. Again, like I said, I took the rest of my nails off. Did some dotting. There was a terrible thunderstorm that night. I think a lot of it had to do with the reason why all that weather barometer and everything, my head was hurting as well. Probably from that, also because of stress and everything else. Yeah, I was just not feeling, I didn't want to talk, I didn't want to do anything. And I was emotional and I cried and I was just not feeling, I just was not feeling that well. But anyway, that was during the day, and then during the night I had a huge thunderstorm. I don't know if any, like, it rained, it poured, the wind was crazy and everything else. I'm not sure if there was tornadoes up our way or not, but there was a bunch of tornadoes? Yeah, tornadoes in different parts of, like, Washington County and other places and stuff like that. So it was intense. Our power kept blinking a lot. I think it went out, if I am correct, around, I did talk about this on Sunday, Sunday's vlog. I think it went out around like 9:30 to 9:45 or something like that. It went completely kaput, and we were out for power, and it was rough. I did have my AC unit on for a while, so it stayed cool, and eventually was cool the next day, so it wasn't too bad. But the deafening part about it was, like, the silence. Not sleeping with sound is just rough for me. I cannot stand sleeping. During the day it's fine because I'm just taking a couple hours nap. However, for whatever reason, nighttime I associate with it being silent and dark, and I just cannot stand the silence. It's so deafening. I used to... What are you doing?
Is your power still on?
My power's still on. Hang on. Okay, so apparently the power's out again today. I don't know why. Like, I really don't know why. My brother comes in, I'm like, of course nothing was on or anything while it went out, so I didn't really realize it. And he's like, you know, do you have Wi-Fi or whatever? And I'm like, looking down, I'm like, no, I don't. So, had to go put some water in the buckets that we have collecting outside, and then glad I didn't do I'm not doing any laundry today. And I was able to get a lot of stuff done beforehand, like get showered and that sort of thing. But why is it all of a sudden out again? Makes no sense. It's not windy, there's no rain, there's no nothing. So why is it going out again? I don't know. Like, I understood, like, Sunday or like Saturday night it went out because we had a big old storm for whatever reason. Anyway, so I already kind of explained what was going on Sunday, so I'm not going to go into all that again. So Monday the 21st, we worked, did 3 houses, went to Sam's, came home. Tuesday, April 22nd, had off, sent some May birthday cards because I like to get that ahead of time and go ahead and get that done. Filmed Bible time, fixed dinner. What did I fix that day? Oh, we had gotten some extra stuff at Sam's. We got, like, stuffed peppers, Brussels sprouts, sauteed Brussels sprouts, and I made baked potatoes with that and green beans. So that was dinner that day. Yesterday, had off the 23rd, Wednesday, edit, did my bedding. What else did I do? What does that say? Oh, I made dinner. I had made so much macaroni. I didn't realize how much I was putting in it, and I just made a bunch. And I was planning on just making, like, instead of spaghetti, I made like spaghetti but with macaroni. And then I had, some people can't eat the tomato sauce in our family, so I made chicken pesto with that. And then I had so much macaroni, I made macaroni salads. I made like 3 different dishes. So we have leftovers if we can eat it. So here's today. I was able to get some chores done, like vacuuming and stuff, and upload a video and stuff like that. But now I was planning on editing, but I can't even do that because my computer just was malfunctioning. And now the power's out, so we had to get some buckets of water. And I mentioned it to Ricky, and the neighbors reported it, so hopefully it'll come on at some point today. And I'm glad it's not like hot. Right now it's 75, which can get hot, but it's not terrible outside. Hopefully it doesn't get any hotter than this. And hopefully the power will come on soon, because, you know, we need the Wi-Fi, we need the air conditioning or whatever. We need stuff to sleep and that sort of thing. I cannot go another night without sleeping, and if it gets warm, it gets stuffy and that sort of thing. So I'm like, anyway, yeah, life has been a little cuckoo lately. Like I said, I don't understand why the power decided to go out again. Like, what is up with this? I really don't understand. Hopefully it doesn't take as long like it did last time. I don't want to go another night without be able to sleep at night. I don't want to go without taking a shower in the morning, blah, blah, blah. My mom needs the Wi-Fi because of school. Don't need another stressful time or anything like that. So hopefully it comes on soon before she gets home and that sort of thing. And, Ricky needs to take a shower and everything, so he could always stop at the truck stop if he has to, but nonetheless, I was planning on cleaning the bathroom today. What? I can't open the fridge or anything, so I'm like, great. Anyway, hopefully it comes back on. I'll give you guys an update. It's like a little after 12 now. So hopefully I'll give you updates. So hopefully the power will come on soon and it doesn't stay out this long. Like I said, I don't know. I don't understand. A message here. Three. It might not come back on until 3. Oh gosh. So we don't really know what's going on, but anyway, it might not come on until 3, so I might have to forewarn Mom before. Well, she might not be home by 3. Anyway. We'll see. Okay guys, I'm in my closet because I had turned my AC on it. As you can tell, knowing that I turned my AC unit on, the power's back on. It came back on at like 12:25, I think it was 12:26, something like that. So all is good. Hopefully it stays on. I already went around and filled some areas up with water and that sort of thing. Cat's trough or cat's fountain and other such things. Yeah, I still don't know why it went down. Maybe there's trees broken down and fell in the wires. I don't know. You never know with electrical technology, whatever, why things don't work for whatever reason. There's always an issue, but I don't know if I'm really gonna understand the situation. But just wanted to inform you it's back on. Thank goodness. Obviously, if I'm in my closet and the light's on, hello. you would have known. The electricity's back on too. Anyway, I turned my AC on it because it is starting to get warm up. I think it's close to 80 degrees. Like, I need to turn it on. I don't want it to be hot in here if the electricity should, forbid, if it would turn off again. So, yeah, all is good. Yay. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Lord. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It is everybody's favorite time to vlog, Bible time. So let's get started. And this is going to be a bit of a long chapter, so buckle your seatbelts. It's going to be a long ride. Alright, so we're in Deuteronomy chapter 28, and it is titled, the first part's titled, Blessings for Obedience. If you fully obey your Lord your God and carefully keep all his commands that I am giving you today, the Lord your God will set you high above all the nations of the world. You will experience all these blessings if you obey the Lord your God. Your towns and your fields will be blessed. Your children and your crops will be blessed. The offspring of your herds and flocks will be blessed. Your fruit baskets and breadboards will be blessed. Wherever you go and whatever you do will be blessed. The Lord will conquer your enemies when they are attacking you. They will attack you from one direction, but they will scatter from you in 7. The Lord will guarantee a blessing on everything you do and will fill your storehouses with grain. The Lord your God will bless you in the land he is giving you. If you obey the commands of the Lord your God and walk in his ways, the Lord will establish you as his holy people, as he swore he would do. Then all the nations of the world will see that you are a people claimed by the Lord, and they will stand in awe of you. The Lord will give you prosperity in the land he swore to your ancestors to give you, blessing you with many children, numerous livestock, and abundant crops. The Lord will send rain in the proper time from his rich treasury in the heavens, and will bless you in all the work you do. You will lend to many nations, but you will never need to borrow from them. If you listen to the commands of the Lord your God that I am giving you today, and if you carefully obey them, the Lord will make you the head and not the tail, and you will always be on top and never at the bottom. You must not turn away from any of the commands I am giving you today, nor follow any other gods and worship them. Next section is called Curses for Disobedience. But if you refuse to listen to the Lord your God and do not obey all the commands and decrees I am giving you today, all these curses will come and overwhelm you. Your towns and your fields will be cursed, your fruit baskets and breadboards will be cursed, your children, your crops, your offspring, your herds and flocks, and wherever you go and whatever you do, you will be cursed. Everything's going to be cursed. The Lord himself will send you curses, confusion, and frustration in everything you do until at last you are completely destroyed for doing evil and abandoning me. The Lord will afflict you with diseases until none of you are left in the land you are about to enter and occupy. The Lord will strike you with wasting diseases, fever and inflammation, with scorching heat and drought, and with blight and mildew. These disasters will pursue you until you die. The skies above you will be unyielding as bronze, and the earth beneath you will be as hard as iron. Excuse me. And the Lord will change the rain that falls on your land into powder, and dust will pour down from the sky until you are destroyed. The Lord will cause you to be defeated by your enemies. You will attack your enemies from one direction, but you will be scattered from them in 7. You will be object of horror to all the kingdoms of the earth. Your corpses will be food for all the scavenging birds and wild animals, and no one will be there to chase them away. Little sidebar called the curse of insanity. Moses warned the people of Israel about the curses that resulted from rejecting God. One of these curses involved becoming mentally unhinged due to terrible hardships or tragedies. It is easy to become completely disheartened by the evil acts of others. Much of the world's evil is a result of the failure to acknowledge and serve God. When you hear bad news, do you find yourself groaning hopelessly? There is hope. God has ultimate control, and one day will come back to make everything right. And I need to change the battery, so I'll be right back. Alright, Good as new. Alright, where were we? The Lord will afflict you with the boils of Egypt, and with tumors, scurvy, and the itch from which you cannot be cured. The Lord will strike you with madness, blindness, and panic. You will grope around in broad daylight like a blind person groping in the darkness, but you will not find your way. You will be oppressed, robbed continually, and no one will come to save you. You will be engaged to a woman, but another man will sleep with her. You will build a house, but someone else will live in it. You will plant a vineyard, but you will never enjoy its fruit. Your ox will be butchered before your eyes, but you will not eat a single bite of the meat. Your donkey will be taken away from you, never to be returned. Your sheep and your goats will be given to your enemies, and no one will be there to help you. You will watch as your sons and daughters are taken away as slaves. Your heart will break for them, but you won't be able to help them. A foreign nation you have never heard about will eat the crops you work so hard to grow. You will suffer under the constant oppression and harsh treatment. You will go mad because of all the tragedy you see around you. The Lord will cover your knees and legs with incurable boils. In fact, you will be covered from head to toe. The Lord will exile you and your king to a nation unknown to you and your ancestors. There in exile you will worship gods of wood and stone. You will become an object of horror, ridicule, and mockery among all the nations to which the Lord sends you. You will plant much but harvest little, for locusts will eat your crops. You will plant vineyards and care for them, but you will not drink the wine or eat the grapes, for worms will destroy the vines. You will grow olive oil, for the fruit will drop before it ripens. You will have sons and daughters, but you will lose them, for they will be led away into captivity. Swarms of insects will destroy your trees and crops. The foreigners living among you will become stronger and stronger, while you become weaker and weaker. They will lend money to you, but you will not lend to them. They will be the head, and you will be the tail. If you refuse to listen to the Lord your God and to obey the commands and decrees he has given you, all these curses will pursue and overtake you until you are destroyed. These horrors will serve as a sign and warning among you and your descendants forever, if you do not serve the Lord your God with joy and enthusiasm for the abundant benefits you have received. You will serve your enemies, whom the Lord will send against you. You will be left hungry, thirsty, naked, and lacking everything. The Lord will put an iron yoke on your neck, oppressing you with harshly until he has destroyed you. The Lord will bring a distant nation against you from the end of the earth, and it will swoop down on you like a vulture. It is a nation whose language you will not understand. A fierce and heartless nation that shows no respect for the old and no pity for the young. Its armies will devour your livestock and crops, and you will be destroyed. They will leave you no grain, no wine, olive oil, calves, or lambs, and you will starve to death. They will attack your cities until the fortified walls in your land, the walls you trusted to protect you, are knocked down. They will attack all the towns in the land of the Lord your God has given you. The siege and terrible diseases of the enemy's attack will be so severe that you eat the flesh of your own sons and daughters, whom the Lord your God has given you. The most tender-hearted man among you will have no compassion for his brother, his beloved wife, or his surviving children. He will refuse to share with them the flesh he is devouring, the flesh of one of his own children, because he has nothing else to eat during the siege and terrible distress that your enemy will inflict on all your towns. The most tender and delicate woman among you, so delicate that she would not so much as touch the ground with her foot, will be selfish towards the husband that she loves and toward her own son or daughter. She will hide from them the afterbirth and the new baby she has born, so that she herself can secretly eat them. She will have nothing else to eat during the siege and terrible distress that your enemy will inflict on all your towns. If you refuse to obey all the words of instruction that are written in this book, and if you do not fear the glorious and awesome name of the Lord your God, then the Lord will overwhelm you and your children in indescribable plagues. These plagues will be intense and without relief, making you miserable and unbearably sick. He will inflict you with all the diseases of Egypt that you have feared so much, and you will have no relief. The Lord will afflict you with every sickness and plague there is, even those not mentioned in this book of instruction, until you are destroyed. Though you become as numerous as the stars in the sky, few of you will be left, because you will not listen to the Lord your God. Just as the Lord has found great pleasure in causing you to prosper and multiply, the Lord will find pleasure in destroying you. You will be torn from the land you are about to enter and occupy. For the Lord will scatter you among all the nations from one end of the earth to the other. There you will worship foreign gods that neither you nor your ancestors have known, gods made of wood and stone. There among these nations you will find no peace or place to rest, and the Lord will cause your heart to tremble, your eyesight to fail, and your soul to despair. Your life will constantly hang on the balance. You will have lived night and day in fear, unsure if you will survive. In the morning you will say, if only it were night, and in the evening you will say, only if it were morning. For you will be terrified by the awful horrors you will see around you. Then the Lord will send you back to Egypt in ships, to a destination I promise you would never see again. There you will offer to sell yourself to your enemies as slaves, but no one will buy you. So that is chapter 28. And this is basically a forewarning. Yes, this was back in the Bible times when they were talking about during Moses' time, but it does include today. Like, God will only tolerate us sinning so much and not fully committing ourselves to Him. He's been allowing things to happen that seem destructive, natural disasters happening, people are getting harsh and worse, and things are being tossed upside down. Things are just being that used to be completely wrong is now right, and what used to be right is now wrong. Everything's topsy-turvy. So if we continue to do everything that this clearly has said that is abomination to the Lord, yes, He's going to destroy us. He will only tolerate so much. And I honestly don't blame Him. So that is chapter 28 of Deuteronomy. Now we're getting into the devotion time. Excuse me. And it is titled Everlasting Dominion. And we're reading from Daniel chapter 7. Verses 11 through 14. Excuse me. I continued to watch because I could hear the little horn's boastful speech. I kept watching until the fourth beast was killed and its body was destroyed by fire. The other three beasts had their authority taken from them, but they were allowed to live a little longer. As my vision continued that night, I saw something like a son of man coming with the clouds of heaven. He approached the Ancient One and was led into His presence. He was given authority, honor, and sovereignty over all the nations of the world, so that people of every race and nation and language would obey Him. His rule is eternal. It will never end. His kingdom will never be destroyed. World War II was started by Adolf Hitler. He had an exalted view of the German race as superior to and will be served by all other races. Among other things, he believed he believed he would begin a reign of all of his people that would be last 1,000 years. The third Rick. He fell short of it by 987 years. Daniel saw visions of kingdoms that came and went. Each replaced the other. They were awesome, frightening, but ultimately all of them came to ruin. Hitler would have done well had he taken a page from Daniel. For Daniel saw the one who would take over from all rulers and authorities. He, the Son of Man, was given authority, glory, and sovereign power. All peoples, nations, and men of every language worshipped him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion that will not pass away, and his kingdom is one that will never be destroyed. Daniel 7:14. Sometimes when we watch the news, we may grow frightening because of what we are seeing happening in various countries, especially those that want to flex their muscles as a nation of power. What is your reaction to international conflicts? Describe the feelings that invoke in you. Well, for the most part, I don't listen. If I'm being personally honest, I don't try to involve myself in a lot of what's going on around me, around the world. Now, doesn't mean I don't see things. I just don't involve myself to a certain degree because it's depressing and overwhelming, and I don't want to overwhelm myself or overstimulate my brain and overthink, because I have the tendency to overthink too much, and it depresses me, and I go into a tailspin of feeling depressed, overwhelmed. My anxiety goes through the roof, and it's not good for my health. But I'm not totally clueless of what's happening around me. My phone is very good at popping things up occasionally. So, for my feelings personally, I think it's horrible. It's just, I feel absolutely horrible of what's happening around me. So, for ultimately, I do try to pray about the situation, not to focus on what the depressing part of it, but I do pray for individuals that are suffering and going through things, because I do feel for it. It's horrible. It's just absolutely just bleh. It really is. So, how do you cope with unsettling declarations and actions of armed countries? Like I said, I do pray for people. Try to ignore the fact that things are happening, unless it's in my own backyard, and then obviously have to deal with it. But overall, I just pray through things, because that's the only thing I can do. I can't do anything that's happening in the world. It's not my fault. It's nothing I can do. I can't really help but pray. That's the only thing I can do. So, my advice is to pray through things and not have to worry about it. Yes, it can be overwhelming, but don't let it get to you. Anyway, that is Bible time. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, keep on smiling, stay positive. I love you guys. Jesus loves you, and you'll see me next time in another vlog. Bye!